Good morning, you guys. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are getting a little bit of a late start, but you guys know it's better to get a late start than no start at all. We got lots of work to do to this thing. We got a lot of stuff coming in really fast. So you guys know we're actually gonna be at Driven Toronto on September 18th, I believe it is. So you guys gotta come out there. We're gonna have a pop-up booth. We're gonna have a huge sale on all the merchandise for you guys. Come out, see the cars. We're gonna bring tons of cars. We're gonna bring the EK, we're gonna bring the BRZ, we're gonna bring as many cars as we can literally get inside of the show. So make sure you guys are coming to Driven Toronto, and we're also gonna be in Driven Halifax. So that'll be super cool, super fun. But like I said, we gotta make some progress because this thing still needs to go visit Nick, get a dyno, and get going before we can even bring it down to Driven Toronto, because we're gonna bring Jenny also, so we're gonna trailer that, so we don't have a trailer for this. So tons of shit needs to go down in the next little while really quickly. So today, Chris is out getting stabbed. He's getting his first ever tattoo, losing his tattoo virginity, which is awesome. So I'm here by myself. Basically tidy up a couple things that we got to do on here. We're gonna take some parts out of the EG that we are no longer needing because you guys have been seeing. We have been just absolutely tearing this thing down lately. So votes are in for the wing. 69% of you guys said to get rid of the wing, get a new wing. So I don't know if we can do anything with this. Like, I don't know if this would go on any other car or if we just sell it. Honestly, I don't know. But like I said, today's about making some progress on the EK. So we do have some things that are actually kind of exciting that I want to do on this car today, but before that, I'm gonna go ahead and just get right into the boring stuff because I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it at all. So I may as well just get it done and then we can have fun. So first things first, you guys know when we installed this, I was like, bruh, I just did this wrong. I did it wrong. I did it for like the log manifold. Honestly, I thought we were gonna get more out of the log manifold. I thought I'd be able to run it for a little bit longer. I'm gonna have to try and recreate something, because right now you guys can see this one is so bent that the brake pedal, when you press it, it sticks for a second and then like pops back up, because I guess like the pressure gets built up in there or something. So anyways, I'm gonna have to redo these two brake lines that go down to the diverter valve. First things first, I guess we gotta make a mess. I'm gonna reuse these fittings, so I already popped this one off, the little nub. I'll have to get this one off, and then I have a couple chunks of this line. I have like a fresh spool of it, but ideally I don't have to dig into that. I can just use whatever these leftovers, because these are obviously gonna be long enough. And pretty much my game plan, like I was saying before, is the turbo and the downpipe and stuff kind of cluster this side. So this one right here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come up, go towards the strut tower, and then shoot straight down. And you guys can see a bit better now. That's the grommet that I had them running through, which was perfect the first time when I made the original like brake line tuck video, but it just doesn't work anymore. Very first thing that this line is gonna do is just an immediate U-turn down towards the firewall. So I'm just gonna slip this boy on, give this dude right here a nice little flare, and then I guess just work from the top down. That looks all right. It's a little weird how it shoots up like that. The thing is, like, I didn't want to jam it. The one in the back does like a real hard bend, but I did it like just enough with my hands to the point where it should still flow very nicely. But that one, I figured since it's gonna be visible regardless, we may as well make it really nice and like super round. So it does come up a little bit high, but you know what? Honestly, I think people are gonna be so focused on like the turbo and like the engine bay. Like, this isn't a show car anyways, but by people, I mean, if anybody looks in here, they're gonna be focused on like the good stuff. You're not really gonna notice that. I think on the EG, what we'll do is we'll buy a brake booster delete so that the actual master is like right up against the firewall, and it should solve a lot more of our problems. But I'm waiting for my turbo blanket to come in so that I can build the heat shield kind of around it, make sure I have space type deal. So the lines are rebuilt. That was the hard part for today, the part I absolutely did not want to do at all. So I'm just super happy it's done. Now the good stuff that we're getting into today is actually just kind of solving problems that I'm very aware we're gonna end up having. So if you guys I've never actually showed you, but if you guys remember, when we went to the dyno, Nick was saying this thing was overheating, and we had to like deal with that a little bit. We ended up hardwiring the fan, making the fan work a little bit better. That was fine. On the way home, it also overheated, and I've been telling you guys, like, oh, I bought the 6-speed. I said I bought the 6-speed because the 5-speed's kind of getting hot. It's not overheating, I'm saying overheating. It's just running really, really hot, like right at the borderline of too hot, and we're trying to avoid that. And now the thing is, this heat gauge in here is stopped working. Somewhere in the wiring harness, it doesn't work. It's plugged in, but it just does absolutely nothing. Basically, I've been driving around with the Hondata open like this, and then I just have it plugged into my phone and just kind of sitting right there. Which is like, you know, when you drop the e-brake hits the phone. Not only that, but it's a long look down, and then you got to focus on the little bitsy numbers. It's not ideal. It's not safe. Basically, I'm trying to solve this issue. I'm sure the heating issue we'll be able to solve, but I want to be able to keep my eye on like heat, and especially when we're going to be making like big boost, I want to keep my eye on boost. I want to make sure that we're still making what we're supposed to be making. I let you guys vote for this car. I was telling you guys this in the last video. You guys voted to get a digital display, like put a head unit in there, run Hondata on the screen, which is way better than running Hondata on the phone. But I don't want to go ahead and copy that idea for this car, because then it's going to be the same thing twice. But you guys know I love to make things. So when I realized I could make some stuff, I was pumped. Thankfully, I was smart and I used tape on this, so I can end up just throwing that right back after I fish those wires out. Grabbed a wideband gauge, we got a boost gauge, and we need this one, water temp. So these gauges right here, for those of you guys that don't know, these are the GlowShift digital 10 color. They're freaking sick gauges. I like these, they're quick, easy to look at, and they do like the 10 color thing. And the best part, these little GlowShift gauges, right, they look like this, but they come basically tinted like blacked out. Like you don't see a whole lot when they're off, but they come with this little hood. So you can put this thing on. You guys have probably seen this before, but you put this thing on, and then like, you know, if your daily commute, the sun's always coming in the passenger side, you just tilt this thing. It's a little hood, keeps your thing out of the sun. It's freaking beautiful. It's gonna be another classic episode of I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm gonna send it till it looks great. This thing is held on with 2 screws, dude. They literally are begging for you to do this. They built this car so that you could do this and slip your gauge in. Did you see that? Did you see that? It's the right size. Dude, it doesn't go in easy, but if you give it a little shove, bruh. Things have been existing on this earth for like 25 years, just waiting for me to shove a gauge in there. Dude, this actually looks sick. So before I go ahead and do anything, it's all still kind of loosely in there. I basically shoved this on the back because my plan is I'm gonna put the little C-clamps, and then the C-clamp, because the gauge goes through the front, is gonna clamp the plastic to the back, and there's really no need for much else. It should just stay. But I put these hoods on. You can see I put these hoods on kind of on an angle, so when you look down, they're kind of like blocking light from the passenger side, which sounds cool, but I don't know if it's gonna work. Because the way these gauges sit, I don't know if they sit too like straight. Dude, that's gonna look so good. It probably looks like nothing right now, but dude, this is gonna look so freaking good. Got my boost gauge, my boost vacuum line, and got everything to the AFR. Okay, that is all done, dude. That took me so much longer than I wanted it to, but I got it done super nicely. So it's actually really basic. This is a switch source. This goes to a radio fuse. This is a headlight source. This goes to a headlight fuse. And then obviously they tie into all 3 gauges right there. This is a constant power, ties into all 3 gauges right there. Oh, this purple one. My ground is purple or whatever color this is, I don't know. I found like a random wire, so I used it. So this is a ground. Again, all the gauges go to the ground. So the constant I ran through all the way back to the battery with like a fusible link in the line, because that's what I had in the Civic, and it worked, and I obviously did that for some reason, so I just used the same thing. Basically, the hard part has been completed. The AFR gauge is actually in the trunk right now. It's just hanging out right there because, like you guys know, with this downpipe we got, CX Racing put the bung for the AFR gauge on the top, and then they made it touches my subframe. So I gotta switch it all up anyway. I probably gotta re-weld this downpipe when we get our exhaust piece, and then I'm gonna have to go ahead and re-weld a new bung on there to screw the thing into. So the AFR gauge isn't working today. We can do the best part, the part that I know we've all been waiting for half a video. We can install these gauges, dude. So I think we can install them. I'm gonna go ahead and say we can install them. Let's just toss them in the car and see what happens here. Boost power is connected. Got that boy connected. The freaking monstrosity one that has literally nothing wrapped around it is the water temp. Kind of a mess, kind of. It's okay. We can snake this dude back down towards his home. Boom. And boom. Let's just make sure we get anything. Damn, shouty. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're good. We just gotta chuck 1,065,000 wires away before we're done. Dude, these look freaking sick. The only thing I think I need to do is tilt them up a little bit. I don't know if the camera will. Nah, the camera can't tell at all, but the way I'm like sitting up here when I look down at them, they're just like tiny bit blurry. It's like when you get your phone and you like tilt your phone away from you, how you lose it a little bit. So I'll probably just go ahead and where the 2 screws are that hold that bracket that they're actually bolted into, I'll put like a washer behind the bottom screws to just tilt the whole unit up, literally barely at all. I'm freaking pumped. So I gotta find this little cup, fill that back out. I set it to that color because it kind of matches. All this is kind of like a white, and these are kind of white, or maybe they're kind of bluey, I don't know. This is kind of your driving feel. So you're driving, you basically just see this, you don't see much, but it doesn't take much to look down and just be like, oh yeah, I didn't overheat yet. Okay, I'm good. The other part I like too is that they're like super sleeper. So when you walk up, you don't even actually really see them. I mean, now they're lit up. But when you walk up and they're not lit up, you wouldn't even really notice little black blobs down there. I gotta bleed these brakes, but I'm gonna obviously have to wait for Chris to help me. But I'm gonna start it anyways, just because I wanna make sure like the boost and everything is reading properly. Like I said, the AFR is not plugged in. It won't do anything. So this boy's on the bench, so we have even less of an exhaust than normal, but yeah, here we go. It's so dumb. Come on. Like, you can't look at this and not tell me that that is sick. Oh, this thing hates being revved on this tune. Hates being revved, hates its life, hates everything. We need an exhaust. Oh, dude, that is them stanky panky in here. I don't know how we drove around that one day. Like literally, we drove around the whole block perfectly fine. Ever since that day, I can't even rev this car. It just dies right out. It's just not happy, so that is really cool. A little bit more progress made today. I couldn't run it long enough to get that thing up to temp because it died. The exhaust thing that we're gonna do is, it's gonna be the first time we've ever done it, and like ourselves, and it is gonna be wicked cool. So make sure you guys are staying tuned for that video. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. It was kind of short and sweet. If you guys are still here, make sure you like this video, give it a big fat thumbs up. I love you guys. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out and stay committed.